All right, let's talk about turning that absolute gut punch of a moment, being locked out, into something you can handle no problem. This is your go-to guide for pretty much any lock situation in Wandsworth, whether it's a total emergency or you're just looking to beef up your security.
I mean, you know the one I'm talking about, right? We've all been there. You're just going about your day, you pull the door closed behind you, and in that one split second, you get that awful, cold, sinking feeling right in your stomach. You hear that final click. Your hand goes to your pocket. Nothing. A quick peek through the letterbox, and yep, there they are. Your keys sitting happily on the kitchen counter. The panic starts to creep in. But here's the thing, it really doesn't have to.
So, yeah, we're starting right there with that sinking feeling of being locked out. It's a problem that happens to everyone, everywhere. But the good news is, if you're in Wandsworth, there's a specific game plan just for you. And that's exactly what we're here to do, give you that game plan. The goal here is to help you swap that feeling of pure panic for a sense of, okay, I got this. You'll know exactly who to call and, just as importantly, why they're the right call.
So let's jump right into the most critical situation, the 24/7 emergency fix. This is all about knowing who to call when you're in a real crisis.
In that moment, the name you're going to want to have saved in your phone is Locksmith for London. They're on call around the clock, and there are a few key reasons they should be your first choice.
First up, and this is huge, speed. They promise to get to you in just 20 to 30 minutes. And let's be real, when you're standing on your doorstep, maybe in the rain, every single one of those minutes counts. Next, the price. Their service starts from just £29, and, get this, no call-out fees. You know what you're getting into from the start, which takes a massive weight off your shoulders.
And last but not least, they've got the experience. We're talking 15 years in the business. These guys have seen it all. Plus, they give you a 1-year guarantee on their work. Now that's what you call peace of mind.
Okay, so we've got the emergency covered, but now let's shift gears a bit, right? From panic mode to planning mode. Let's talk all about the keys, getting spares, replacing old ones, and even dealing with those tricky car fobs.
For your regular house keys, you've basically got two fantastic choices in Wandsworth, and it really depends on what you need. On one hand, you've got Timpson, right in the Southside shopping centre. Super convenient. You can just pop in and get your keys cut while you're out shopping. Easy. But if you've got something a little more complicated, you'll want to check out Oakley Locksmiths. It's a family business with over 30 years of know-how, so it's a choice, quick and convenient or deep, specialized expertise.
But what happens when it's your car keys that go missing? Now this is a whole different ballgame, isn't it? We're not just talking about a piece of cut metal anymore. These things are little computers. So what on earth do you do then?
Well, the solution is actually pretty slick. It's mobile. A company called Autolocks Ltd. will literally come right to you. A technician shows up usually in about 30 minutes, and they don't just cut you a new key. They program it to your car right then and there. Think about what that saves you. No towing, no waiting for days at a dealership. It's a total game changer.
All right, so far it's all been about getting in when you're locked out. But now, let's flip that around and talk about keeping unwanted people out. This is about bolstering your security by choosing and upgrading your locks. And just like with key cutting, you've got two great but different options here. If you want real, honest-to-goodness, expert advice and top-quality products, you head to Belt & Slade. They're an independent hardware store, a real local institution. But if you're maybe doing a bigger DIY project and just want a wide selection all under one roof, then B&Q Local is your spot. It's that classic choice, convenience versus specialized expertise.
Okay, we've gone through a lot, from total panic situations to proactive upgrades. So let's wrap it all up with the key takeaways. Think of this as your Wandsworth locksmith cheat sheet.
So here it is, broken down, nice and simple. Emergency lockout, middle of the night? You're calling Locksmith for London. Need a standard key copied? You got Timpson for speed or Oakley for that expert touch. Lost your car key? Autolocks Ltd. is your mobile hero. And if you're buying new locks, you're choosing between the pros at Belton and Slade or the huge selection at B&Q. Simple as that.
And that really leaves us with one final big question. Now that you have a solid plan for when things go wrong, maybe it's time to ask yourself, is your home as secure as it could be? It's definitely something to think about.